Hey guys, question for you. Do you remember the first time you learned how to drive a car? For those kids out there that are watching, maybe it was the first time you learned how to ride a bicycle. For me, it's actually pretty vivid. On the first time I learned how to drive a car, I was with my dad and just got my learner's permit. And my dad had this old 1990 F-250 long bed. It was like an 8-foot bed, huge truck, huge truck. It was one of those trucks that if like you were gonna try to make a U-turn, you better be using the entirety of a Walmart parking lot if you were gonna turn that thing around, because it had like a turning radius. Like it felt like your turning radius was like maybe a 15 degree on the tires, and you were just like big, huge turns. So if you messed up, you were trying to park that thing, you were trying to turn, get it turned around, something like that. It just took forever. And I remember this truck was always huge. It was a big stick shift. It was one of those stick shifts that the stick came up like way up here, and it was all the way at the floor. And you had this big old wheel and stuff like that, big old hood. And I was learning how to drive, and my dad just, when I got my learner's permit, we had to go do some work or pick up something. I can't remember what it was exactly, but he just hands me the keys and he goes, "You're driving." And all I could remember thinking was, I'm starting in that? Like I was thinking I was going to start in like the little car or something like that and work my way up to it. But also I was excited for it, because when you're younger and you're first starting to learn how to drive, or you're first starting to learn how to ride a bike, it means something more to you than all of the dangers that you're thinking about when you first get into the vehicle. You're not thinking there are 6 million car accidents per year. I just pulled up that statistic actually. There's 6 million car accidents per year, and over 30 to 40,000 people die on the road each year. You're not thinking about that. You're not thinking the first time you get into a vehicle that you're going to be navigating through a whole bunch of individuals going all different directions at 60 to 70 miles per hour, and you have this vehicle that is more than you make at that time, right? So like I didn't hardly have a job. I had like a job that paid me $5.50 an hour, and there was no way I could replace or fix anything that if I damaged it. There was no way. And you're thinking like, I have to navigate through all of this. The risks are huge. The risks to my health are huge. All of these dangerous, terrible things could happen to me, but you're not thinking about that. You're thinking of freedom. You're thinking, I can now go pick up my friends. I can go to the mall. I can go to the movies. I can do all this stuff. You have all of this freedom in front of you. You're not thinking about all the risks. You're not thinking about all the danger. You're not thinking about all of the possibilities that could go wrong, really. I mean, you think about it a little bit, right? Because you don't want it to happen, but it's not at the forefront of your mind. When you're first learning how to ride a bike, I remember the first time when I learned how to ride a bike, the only thing I could think of was, I can ride to my friend's house now, and I don't have to bum a ride from my parents. I don't have to get somebody to pick me up. I don't have to walk several miles through the cold to get there. Like, I mean, I had to ride several miles through the cold to get there, but riding was a lot easier, right? So all of these things in the forefront of your head, of positive, all of the outcomes, all of the possibilities exist when you are learning these things, and you're not really thinking of all of the damage that you could do to yourself, all of the danger. I wasn't thinking I'm going to fall off my bike and break my arm, or I'm going to get hit by a car, or all of the bad things that can happen to you on a bicycle. You're not thinking about all of that. You're thinking about the possibilities, what you could possibly do, and what kind of doors this opens for you. Now, yesterday when I created that intro video, I talked about mindset, and one of the main mindsets that you need when you're entering into a gym, when you're entering into an academy, honestly, when you're entering into anything. And that mindset is really the factor that makes or breaks your success as you're going forward. If I'm entering a gym, if I'm entering anything that you're going to start, you're entering a job interview, you're entering into I don't know, you name it. You name anything that's a potential risk reward for you. or something that you want to accomplish, and you enter it the first time, your mindset as you enter determines your success going forward. But a lot of times we enter into the gym for the first time, and all we think about are, and this is I'm getting all of these from literally what people have told me. I'm not just making these up. These are literally objections that people have told me entering into the gym or not entering into the gym, and why. And I've had people tell me, I don't want to go into the gym because I'm not in good enough shape to start learning jiu-jitsu, or I'm not good enough shape to learn kickboxing. Or they tell me I'm not athletic enough. I see all of these fighters in the UFC and all of these things on like Instagram and social media and Facebook and stuff, of all of these like top tier athletes with chiseled abs and big muscles, and they're just all beating each other up. And I can't do that. And all of these limiting beliefs that you enter with every single time you enter. Now think about it. If you had entered into the first time that you had decided to drive a vehicle, or you wanted to learn how to drive a vehicle, or drive or ride a bike, and you had thought, wow, like all of these people who have been doing it for so long are so much better than me at it, and now I have to get on the road with them and try not to be in their way. Or there's all kinds of people out there that are getting in crashes every day and they're dying every day, and now I have to join that. You know, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy that you are creating for yourself by imagining the worst that's going to happen to you. And it's funny is that when we first started to learn how to ride a bicycle or drive a car, we didn't think about that. That wasn't at the forefront of our head. What was the forefront of our head was all of the possibilities, like we were saying, all of the things that open up to you now that you're able to do that. And you walk into the gym, and all of a sudden you're hit with all of these judgments on yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. I won't be successful at this. I don't know if I can do this. But you're not thinking of the possibilities for you. We all walk into the gym the first day and are not able to do anything. I didn't know how to throw a punch. I didn't know how to stand correctly. I didn't know how to spar with somebody. All of the negative things that you have to go through when you first start out, or in my opinion, there are positive things because you're learning something new through failure, but all of those things, everybody has to go through. You're not an exception. Like you're not the only one who walks in and doesn't know how to stand correctly. We have those all the time. We get people like that all the time. And they're like, Coach, I don't know how to throw a jab. I don't even know what a jab is. And I explain it to them, like, okay, yeah, you know, your jab is your lead hand, your non-dominant hand, and you're just kind of pumping it out. This is how you throw it. This is how you stand when you're doing it. Or Coach, I want to learn jiu-jitsu. I don't even know the basics. What am I supposed to be doing here? What is my objective here? What am I trying to learn here? And you get those all the time, but you have to be thinking of the outcome that you want for yourself, not all of the objections that your mind puts into the forefront of your thoughts as a way to protect yourself. Those are just there to protect yourself from getting injured. Those are like a self-preservation mechanism. And if you follow those and you listen to those, you will never do anything that you want to do in life, because you will always have a reason or a risk that will stop you from doing it. So as you're entering the gym, as you're coming in for the first time, as you're deciding to do a martial art, think to yourself, think really, really deep down, what am I trying to accomplish here? What is my goal here? Where do I see myself going with this? If you see yourself going somewhere, if you see yourself looking in the mirror and you see a body that you're proud of, if you see yourself looking on the mat and you know that you're going to be successful at this, you're going to be a good kickboxer, you're going to be able to defend yourself off of your back on the ground in jiu-jitsu, you're going to be able to step in the ring and feel confident. All of those things, if you project those to the front of your mind as you're coming in, you will be successful. You have to have those. And if you don't have those, and if you don't stick to those in your mind, and all you think about are the defeats and all of the possibilities that can go wrong and all the judgments of other people, those will come true in your own head. You will fabricate them for yourselves. You will create that negative environment and you will not succeed. So I hope this helps you all, and I hope this gets people to start realizing that their brain and their mindset and their minds as they're coming into something new really affects how their success going forward is going to be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope this has been helpful for you, and I hope it gets people to really come in and take that step, take that leap, and do what's best for you, even if it's not in martial arts, even if it's going for that job interview, asking that individual on a date, whatever it is. Go at it with the possibilities of what it could be in mind, not all of the risks and negative things. Okay? So hope you all have a great day, and I hope this one kind of touches home and hits home for some people. Have a great one, guys. Later.